Hey guys, this is Bear Gaming and welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we are going to have another hero spotlight, and this time let's talk about Uloom. So over here, let's go to the journals button. I'm pretty sure you already know this. And let's look for Uloom in the list. So this is Uloom. First, we are going to check out its skill set. So first, you can see the passive, which is blocking, grants share health to all allies to transfer 20% of the damage received by allies to self at the start of battle. So this is the specialty of Uloom ever since. The first skill, Upside Down Break, deals 375% damage to one enemy and 80% chance of like target with stun for 6 turns. Increases defense of all allies by 15% of target's defense by 9 turns. And then the second skill, Brutal Thrashing, deals 178% damage to all enemies and randomly destroys one Guardian Stone from target. Now let's take a closer look. Over here in the hero introduction, you can see this is Uloom. So it looks like a monster, and this is the only kind in Exos heroes for now, because as you can see, all of our heroes in Exos heroes are human and some are human-like, but this is the only monster. This is the appearance effect. Rera's Ogre Guard Uloom. Then hero illustration, and then skill preview. So this is the normal attack, then the first skill, then the second skill, wherein you can see Rera. Because this is like Uloom's, Rera's pet. Or what I mean to say is, Uloom is Rera's pet. You can see the enemy is stunned. And then let's check out the hero story. Guardian Uloom, sex is male. Nation is Marinos Island, so just like Rera's. This is their place of origin. Then hero chair, fated or fated grade hero. Element is machine. Age is 25. Race is ogre. Position, defense or defense type hero. Birthday is on August 12. A colossal ogre accompanying Rera. Uloom is from an ogre tribe which is now almost extinct. Young Rera discovered Uloom being dragged by a slave trader of Vedas. Then she asked his father, the former king, to have him as her servant. The king worried that Uloom would hurt Rera, but Uloom obeyed and cherished her very much. Rera also treated Uloom warmly, as if he were one of her family members. People in the royal court gradually trusted Uloom, who cherished Rera more than anyone, despite him being less smart than other ogres. After Uloom gained trust from others, Rera no longer considered Uloom as just a servant. Rather, she taught Uloom various battle skills. Thanks to his extraordinary ogre-like physical ability, he became skilled quickly and became a warrior as talented as other outstanding warriors. As the closest servant of Rera, Uloom feels blue now because Rera went to Lenombe since she was appointed to King's Guard. So Uloom is like a pet, and then which Rera considered as a servant at first, and then treated him like a family member. So just like our pets in real life, at first they are just our pets, but eventually when we become closer to our pets, we treat them as family, because that's how it's supposed to be. Can see it's wearing a helmet. Oh, entire set of armor to be exact. So that's Uloom. Now let's check out his different fate cores. And I remember there are only 2 currently. And one of them is under the reversed world or diastrophism fate core. So as you remember, all of the characters here are girls, and originally they are actually male heroes. So Uloom has the gold fate core over here. You can see golden-eyed ogre Uloom. Uloom from the parallel world that looks like a female human with golden eyes. She's technically still an ogre, but she is a mutant with a female human's body and golden eyes that no other ogres have. There are 3 spears constantly floating around her with origins unknown. So those are the spears that's floating. And you can see the passive blocking. Thirstier's barrier of will decreases all damage received, including the incoming damage, by 50% for 2 turns upon receiving damage equal to 50% or more of own max health 1 time per 5 turns. And then you can see this. So Barrier of Will is a special passive of the Diastrophism or Reverse World Favor team. So everyone under this team has that passive. But since Uloom is a gold fate core over here, she has this Exuviate, increases defense of allies equipped with the Astrophism Team Fate Core by 15%. So these characters over here will be able to benefit from it. So Uloom's special passive of the Golden Fate Core is Exuviate, while for Garth, this is Faultless, which increases effect resist of allies equipped with the Astrophism Team Fate Core. So let's check Uloom further. You can see she's a girl over here and she's floating, and these 3 spears as well floating around her. Now first let's check out the appearance effect. Golden Eye Ogre Uloom, and yep, you can really see her golden eyes. This is the default mode and this is the battle mode. You can see the spears stop spinning around her, but they're spinning on their own phase. So let's check out the exclusive equipment. So this is it. It looks really shiny and it has this red ropes, and it has this gold embellishments on the spear. It really looks nice. So we're going to check out her exclusive equipment. It's Schwartz Castle. Okay, that's Schwartz Castle. If you're going to purchase this, that's worth 20,000 says. Uloom will have her attack increased by 30 and combat power with additional of 10,000. Uloom's exclusive equipment, an unknown demonic spear that follows Uloom from the parallel world. It follows her around and attacks her enemies. Ooh, so that's the description. Those are considered as demonic spears. Let's equip it, and then let's check out her skill preview. So that's the normal attack for Uloom. And then this is the first skill. Then the second skill, you can still see Rera over here. It looks like Rera granted some magic powers. Oh, she turned back to her own self, to his own self. That's really nice. So that's Uloom's Gold Fate Core. And then let's check out her other Fate Core, and it's under the Great Rune theme. You can see Uloom has a Black Fate Core, and this is Black and White Ogre Uloom. Uloom from a parallel world where she chose to explore her own fate instead of waiting for someone to help her. But because she knows about her other self, she longs for Rera despite never having met her. Yeah. So this is just from the parallel world we're in. Uloom didn't meet Rera. Now for the passive, you can see Flag of Providence. This is the Great Brune special passive. Increases defense by 20 for each back row hero and attack by 20% for each front row hero at the start of battle. And as you can see, the first and second skill doesn't have any changes. Now, let's check it out further. You can see Rera has short hair here, black and white, and she has a different dress. And for the appearance effect,
the two spears always protect Uloom.
Black and white Ogre Uloom, and you can see there are designs. Now for the exclusive equipment, this is what it looks like. It has an Eastern touch to it. It really looks nice. The ropes are still red, and there's this knot wherein you can see those lucky charms if you have them at home. And you can see the spears has this pearl color to it. Then let's check out the exclusive equipment. Reverse Betrayal. This is worth 20,000 ses, and still, if you're going to purchase this, Uloom's attack will be increased by 30 and combat power by 10,000. Uloom's exclusive equipment. These mysterious spears faithfully follow its wielder wherever they go. No one knows its origin for its true name, but the spears always thrust ahead to annihilate Uloom's enemies. So it seems that whether it's Gold Fate Core or Black Fate Core, the origin of the spears are not known, because originally, or Uloom's fated version, he doesn't have any spears. So maybe suddenly Uloom is the chosen wielder for these spears. That's why they keep on following her, perhaps. Now let's check out the skill preview. That's the normal attack, and you can see there are designs, effects. Those knots you can see from the threads or rope connecting the three spears. You can see them, see this. There. Now, the first skill.
As soon as you're in my grasp, it's over.
Oh, so now it's red. There are red effects, and also you can see the ropes or the knots. And then this is the second skill wherein you can see Rera again.
Time to show me true powers.
So just a similar skill animation from the Gold Fate Core, but the effects are different, and also the lines. Now let's check out if she has an orange Fate Core, but if I remember correctly, she doesn't have one. We just want to make sure. So we're checking over here. So again guys, for the orange Fate Cores, some of these are free, but most of them, you really need to purchase them using blue crystals. And in order for you to get the blue crystals, you need to purchase using real money. Okay, so those are the only two Fate Cores for Uloom currently. Now let's go to the Manage Heroes button and let's check out my Uloom. So I'm using Uloom. She's under the Greenland Nation, so she'll be able to benefit additional attack, HP, and defense from Battery, since Battery is the general of Greenland. And also, if you're wondering which nation your hero comes from, you can always check out this. you can see me tapping on the screen. It's on the left corner. There's the logo or emblem of the nation. So you don't have to be confused, because on the profile, if you happen to hear me say earlier, Uloom is under the Marinos Island, just like Rera, but when we are using them for battles, they are under Greenland. So probably Marinos, or those islands that we often encounter in the profile, those are the origin or birthplace of the hero. But later on, they moved away, and currently, just like Uloom, she's in Greenland now. Same for Rakel. I think Rakel is from Saint West, but he's the general of Lenombe. So not only Rakel and Uloom has that situation, but some of the heroes also are like that. So currently, I'm using Uloom's Gold Fate Core because, like I said, or we've discussed in the previous videos, if your Fate Core doesn't have a Gold Fate Core, then go for black. If your Fate Core doesn't have a gold or black Fate Core, but he has or she has a blue Fate Core, then you can just equip the blue Fate Core. Because if we want to talk about the hierarchy or the most or better Fate Core among all the colors, it's always gold. And if your character or hero doesn't have a gold Fate Core yet, but the black is available, so go for black. So over here, I'm using Uloom's Gold Fate Core. And then, as you can see, I have the exclusive equipment. This is from the Great Brune theme. As you can see, this is the complete set,
Naomi is happy.
the costume, and also the exclusive equipment. But I just like to use Uloom's costume from the Gold Fate Core. That's why I'm using this one.
This is not
And
fun
I
at
actually
all.
dyed her clothes. This is actually a yellowish color compared to the original one, which is gray. So always remember, guys, you can just change the costume using this clothes hanger icon in the middle part of the screen. Then you can choose whatever you want. Let's say this is the origin, but as you can see, the Gold Fate Core is still equipped there. So when you want to change costume, always go for this middle button and not the Fate Core button. So you have to double check that every time.
This is not fun at all.
So since I have the exclusive equipment, when equipped, this will increase Uloom's combat power by 10,000, and I think the attack as well, or probably I should change the costume.
Expect to be ripped apart.
I know,
If
it's
you
just the
get in
same.
my
Probably the attack is within the stats already.
This is not fun at all.
And for the artifact, I'm currently using this one, Bloody Battle of Extremes Leonard, because 74, well, this is level 24, that is. So, chance to grant 30% reflect damage to self for 3 turns upon receiving damage, 1 time per round. So, if you don't have this, you can go for, well, this is based from the advice of Master Ulurl. He told us that this artifact really works with Uloom. Chance to grant 30% reflect damage to self for 3 turns upon receiving damage. You can use this to other knights as well, but particularly for Uloom, this works well. But if you don't have this, you can go for this one, Golden Fury Ulex, because this grants decreased area piercing damage by 52% to all allies for 2 rounds at the start of round, 1 time per 2 rounds. That's really good. Also, there's this Boundary of Life and Death VV, chance to destroy a random Guardian Stone from target when basic attacking. So I think this is also good for Uloom. Let's say you don't have Bloody Battle of Extremes Leonard, you can go for this one since Uloom has the ability to destroy a random Guardian Stone. So why not make her destroy a random Guardian Stone when basic attacking as well? So that would be really nice. And there's this Infinite Chain Pamian, chance to grant gain mana, 1 mana for every 2 back row allies at the start of own turn. So let's say Uloom has 4 back row allies behind her, so she'll be able to gain 2 manas because 1 mana for every 2 back row allies. So if there are 4, that means 2. There will be a chance to get 2. There's also this one, Enchanted Sword Dance Lovely. Chance to revive with 30% health upon dying. Grants a barrier equal to 20% of max health for 6 turns upon receiving. Reviving, I mean, with this effect. And if you don't have those, you can go for this one as well. Flaming Iron Sword, Iron Fist Brescian. This can give you a chance to transfer 1 debuff from self when attacking an enemy. So let's say your Uloom is afflicted with silence, so she can transfer that debuff from herself to the enemy. Or when the enemy, a specific enemy, attacks her. There's this one, Righteous Mercy Olivia, decreases damage received of all allies besides self by 14% while alive. And there's this one, grant share health to all allies. Well, I think this is not really useful for her, for Uloom, because she already has the share health ability. So you can use this to other knights that doesn't have the share health ability. And then this one. For the others, I think this is not really useful for her. Double team. I guess this is okay. Well, based on the different options, I'm pretty sure you are able to get at least one among the different artifacts that we mentioned today. So those are the possible artifacts that you can equip on Uloom. Now let's check the gears. So currently, I'm using about 1 fortification set and 2 vitality sets on Uloom. So remember guys, fortification increases defense, vitality set increases HP, and effect resist set increases effect resist. So why am I using this one? Because if you can see, Barrier of Will decreases all damage received including incoming damage by 50% for 2 turns upon receiving damage equal to 50% or more of own max health 1 time per round. And you can see, grants share health. And you can also see this one. Buff increases defense of all allies by 15 of target's defense by 9 turns. Oh wait, targets. So this refers to the enemy. So whichever enemy you're going to attack to, and whatever amount of defense he has. So this will increase all allies by 15% of your enemy's defense. So that's kind of unique, because at first I thought this defense refers to herself, but this is actually towards the enemy. So let's say you're going to attack probably your enemy's tanks or knights. So whatever amount of defense they have, this will go to your ally. The 15% of the defense. Okay. And this one, destroy random guardian stone. Okay, so we are basing the gears to this passive because it says there Barrier of Will. So we want our HP to be high because it says here 15% of own max HP, including the incoming damage by 50% for 2 turns. So this is really good. So we want to make Uloom's HP as high as possible so that, let's say, your incoming damage by 50% for 2 turns upon receiving. This will grant a barrier that will absorb 50% of more of own max health or Uloom's max health. So that's why you can see I put vitality gears on her. But not only that, because knowing that Uloom is a knight or tank, so like any other tanks or knights there is in the Exos heroes, we want them to be tanky because they are positioned up front during the battle or the battle formation. So we want them to be tanky as possible. So you can see this. The stats, I think this is not really final because I'm still experimenting. For gloves, you can see I put HP, and you can see some critical damage and attack lines wherein it shouldn't be that way, because for knights and supports it should be HP, defense, effect resist, and speed. And then for the accessory, you can also see the main stat is 60% HP, and for the 4 substats over there, attack, critical hit, critical damage, attack speed, this should be given to a DPS hero and not for Uloom. So like I said, I'm still mixing and matching the gears. This is not really final. I'm still looking for better gears. And for the boots, I place also HP. And based on my observation, when I do 7-star battles, it seems Uloom can last really long because she has a lot of HP for the main stats of these boots, gloves, and accessory. But you don't have to mind the 4 substats over there, because you can really see there are damage dealing stats where in fact it should be more to the tanky side, like HP, attack speed, defense HP, and effect resist. So also guys, don't forget, for the past few hero spotlights we discussed, don't forget that for every hero there's this unleashed potential. You can see in the middle portion of the screen, just on the most bottom part, you can see a birthday cake icon, and just above it you can see a hexagon icon. So just tap it and you can see the unleashed potential board or unleashed potential page. So here you'll be able to unleash, so based the name, you'll be able to unleash the hero's potential further by completing this, and you need ultimate orbs in order for you to complete this board, and this will really make your hero stronger. And not only that,
I'm not a toy.
you'll also have to check the hero's nation, or where they fall or where they belong to. So for Uloom, like we said earlier, she's from Greenland, so go to the signature force button that's on the right side portion of the screen and look for Greenland. So Battery is the general of Greenland, so you need also to complete this one in order for you or for your heroes to be strong. So since Uloom is under Greenland, like we said earlier, she'll become more stronger when we fill up or complete the signature force of Greenland. And in order for you to complete this, you need multiple copies of Battery's fated version, or the fated copy of Battery. And not only that, since we're discussing about the different ways to make our character or hero stronger, there's also the Blue Fate course, where I'm trying to remember. When it comes to defense type heroes, I think so. I don't have a lot of Blue Fate cores currently, but let's check out which Blue Fate cores that can grant buff to defense type heroes. So the Blue Fate core of Raquel, this grants additional buffs for heroes under Lenombe. For what's this? Topaki, this is for Nordborn Frosty. Okay, this is for Wasted Red. This is for Estories. This is for Greenland. Okay, in order for you to make your heroes under Greenland more stronger, you can fuse the Blue Fate core of Aiden with Shooter Aiden, because you can see over here, if Fate core is in possession, grants buff to heroes from Greenland. That's also one if you want to make our Uloom stronger. I'm trying to look for, because for Rera, Blue Rera is for, I think, Chaos type heroes, right? Yes, Chaos type heroes. And for Blue Fate core Kaya, this is for support type heroes. So I'm trying to remember This Garf's Blue Fate Core is for Brune. Yep, not for defense type heroes. How about for this one? Ah, Dana is for Fedas. Ah, so it's Blue Fate Core Grisel or Prophecy Carrier Grisel, because you can see the information just below here. If Fate Core is in possession, grants buff to defense type hero, combat power by this percent, and defense. So this is the particular Blue Fate Core hero that you'd like to fuse up to 5, because fusing a Fate Core, the maximum is 5 times. So if you want your knights or tanks to be really strong, go for Grisel as well. So that's it, guys, for today. We discussed about Uloom, and also we discussed some additional facts or information on how to make your characters or heroes stronger. Check out their signature force, which nation they fall under or belong to. I just combined the two words. And also, don't forget Unleash Potential, and check out the Blue Fate Cores because there are several. So for Knights, go for Grisel, and since she's under Greenland, you also have to do or get Aiden. So that's a lot of work, and you really need a lot of cess to do that. So especially if you're free-to-play players just like me, it's really important to save cess because you'll never know when you really need them. So that's it, guys, for today. We discussed about Uloom, the possible artifacts, and also the possible gears. And you don't have to be dependent on what I explained when it comes to gears. You can still mix and match or experiment on your own. So I just placed these 2 vitality sets and 1 fortification. You can go for full vitality if you like, or you can go for full effect resist if you like to. Just don't forget to pay attention to the main stats, such as this one, and also the 4 substats below, because that will really change on how you gear up your characters. So please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel and also from my YouTube channel as well, where you can see all of my other Exos Heroes content and other games as well. This is Bear Gaming. Have a nice day, everyone.